Hey there everyone, it's Haz here, and this is the first episode of a potentially new series I would like to create for Splatoon 3 after I got inspired by all the support and the Salmon Run tips videos I made. In this series, I would like to create a short news-like format where each time we get a new map or rotation at weapons for Salmon Run, I would create a video where we can discuss and test the weapons, introduce them, especially if you never played them, what they're good at, how they should be played, what are their pros and cons, and share tricks and tips with each other, even in the comments section, especially if I miss something. Now, I'm unsure at the moment how popular such a new series would be, so let me know in the comments if you would support such an idea, if you think it's a good idea to create every 2 days a dedicated video just for Salmon Run, as I would be more than happy to do it myself. I think it would be very beneficial to everyone, to the community, for everyone to get better Salmon Run, and I think it would be just fun. But let's get into the first episode. Now, today is the 21st of September, and we just got a new weapons rotation, and it's looking spicy. The current map is Spawning Grounds, the hardest stage in my opinion, and the supplied weapons are the Squeezer, the Tri-Slosher, the Dualie Squelcher, and the Tenta Brella. Quite an interesting rotation of weapons, but I actually think this is a fairly good one. So let's test them out first, shall we? Now, whenever there is a new rotation, the first thing I would recommend to everyone, but especially if you're not familiar with all weapons in Salmon Run or in Splatoon generally, is to try out the new weapons that are in the rotation. You can try everything out here in the test range, so no problem, and you can even test the damage against different salmonids. But let's start in order. Immediately, the Squeezer is a really special weapon that we're starting with, most importantly because it has multiple firing modes, which I think a lot of people don't know. For example, if you're tapping your fire button, then it is firing in a very long range, but slow fire rate, right? And it's doing pretty decent damage. It's 50 damage per shot, and it is a very good range. But overall, it's not very good against bigger targets, right? But it's really good, for example, I think if there's anything on the shore, if there's a stinger, or maybe a big shot, or really something is far away. Even the fish stick towers potentially could be good, but it's not a lot of damage, so gotta be careful. It's very good for reviving on the other end, right? Because it's very long range, and to revive someone, you just have to tap them once. Now, what's special about the Squeezer, is if you hold down the attack button on the other hand, it goes into automatic mode, where its DPS is a little bit better, it also fires a lot faster, and it's really good for clearing hordes in front of you. But if you see, it's going to be a lot shorter range. If I can hit, the salmonid from here, then you see it's almost half range if I go into automatic mode, and this is by holding down the attack button, so remember that. But overall, I think the Squeezer is your generalist weapon this time around. I think this weapon is going to be the best this rotation to move around the map. And, you can paint for yourself. It has decent, it's not amazing, but decent paint. It has good range for longer targets. It can definitely keep itself alive. So I think this is the rogue weapon that alone can do a lot. Now let's clean the training grounds a little bit. Next weapon is the Tri-Slosher. It is the shortest range, but probably one of the hardest hitting sloshers we have in the game. It fires in 3 arcs. As you can see, it is very short range, but as far as I know, it actually doesn't matter whether you hit with only one, with only one of its hits, or you hit with all 3, it's still going to do 100 damage, which is really nice, as you can see. It is very short range, so I wouldn't go too far from the base or from the net with a Tri-Slosher, because you're going to be in big trouble, even though you can paint really well. It's a very good painting tool. It's short range. You're going to get cornered really easily. And I definitely wouldn't go on the shore to get stingers or fish sticks, especially fish sticks towers. I think you can't even climb the tower properly with this, so I wouldn't even try. This is, I think, gonna be the best weapon to clear hordes. It's almost a replacement to Roller. To clear hordes, stay near the base, make sure that everything is inked near the basket, but at the same time, it's strong against everything, right? So if hordes come, it can basically one-hit everything. It can just one-hit all the small and medium salmonids, and if anything big comes, and like, look at the fire rate. You can attack really fast with it. So I think this weapon is a very good last line of defense. Especially very strong, I think, in glowfly rounds. So this should be in the front line. make sure those waves get destroyed very quickly. But just make sure, in my opinion, to stay near the base. Now for the next weapon, it is the Dualie Squelchers. And before we go on, I think I would categorize these weapons into two groups: the roamers and the base defenders. And I think the Dualie Squelchers and the Tri-Sloshers should be the base defenders. And potentially the Tenta Brella and the Squeezer should move together to get bigger targets around the map. But we'll get into why. Now we have the Dualie Squelchers, which are a fairly long-range dualies with moderate fire rate, but pretty decent damage. It's pretty good for painting overall. Not amazing, but it's pretty good for painting. What's special about it is that it has very fast dodge roll. It has very fast dodge rolls, but at the same time, it will not fire faster. So if you're trying to do more damage, dodging won't really help. So the dodging is mostly, I think, good for kiting. For example, if you want to kite a scrapper or just get out of moss, it's probably very good for that, right? Like if there's a moss under you, you can quickly dodge out of it and then just throw a grenade into them, which is quite useful, really. So the mobility of a dualie is really coming handy with the Squelchers. Now, I think it's decent for horde clearing, but overall, I wouldn't really use that for horde clearing mainly. I think the Squelchers are going to be good for flanking scrappers, for example. Get the bigger targets. Your damage is not amazing against them, but your mobility is really nice, right? So you're able to get on those fish stick towers. You're able to, for example, I would use your ink even more to get fly fishes. So be a little bit more tactical, I think, with the Squelchers, because I don't think this is one of the harder hitting weapons in this rotation. So you could use a little bit more splat bombs, move around, make sure to get those priority targets, potentially help the squeeze around the map. But I think this weapon should be used next to the Tri-Slosher to make sure the Tri-Slosher is safe. And the final weapon, probably a lot of people will consider this the worst and hardest weapon this rotation, but it's the Tenta Brella. And let me tell you immediately, I think the Tenta Brella is probably the best weapon this rotation. And let me tell you why. Well, at least when it works. The Tenta Brella is often misunderstood, but in Salmon Run, I think it's incredibly powerful. And one of the main reasons for it is that its new shield does not go through opponents, enemies. And look at that, it keeps damaging. It's doing a lot of damage. On top of that, even though it's very slow firing, it is doing a lot of damage. In just 2 hits, you can splat big salmonids, and everything else just gets splatted. It even goes through targets. Everything else just splats immediately. Now, it's not amazing for painting because it's very slow, so I would stay near your friends if you go with this weapon, but it is very powerful. So if you stay near, for example, the Squeezer or the Dualies, this is the perfect weapon to support them against anything that's nasty. And if, for example, there's a big wave coming, for example, glowflies, or any path on the map, you can just use the shield, and it's going to pretty much clear everything in front of it. Plus, not to mention, you can use it as a shield to hide behind it. I'm not sure if it's going to be good against mortars. I haven't used the Tenta Brella that much in Salmon Run, but I think this might be one of the best weapons right now in this rotation. And most importantly, because it's doing so much damage, similarly like the Hydra Splatling a week ago or so, it might be one of the strongest weapons to use against Kohozuna. You know, Kohozuna takes damage mostly from egg bombs, the egg launcher, but some weapons are really worth to use against him, and I think the Tenta Brella is one of those weapons that potentially would be very, very worth to use against Kohozuna. It would be really nice if we could try it, but if we won't, then maybe someone can share their experience on it. But I think overall, that's enough for these weapons. As the series go on, I will hopefully be able to create a better format or, think about other ideas what we could discuss here with weapons. But let me know if you would like to add anything to this, what I just said, or strategies or pros and cons of weapons. But with that said, let's have a few test runs and see how these weapons perform. Now, I dropped down from Executive VP to Professional 1, but it might actually be better for this video so that, we're not gonna get absolutely stomped by these salmonids. But let's see immediately. Okay, I'm getting the Squelchers, so let's follow my logic, right? So I'm going to try to stay near the Tri-Slosher with it and potentially help a little bit with painting around the basket and see how we go. Let's see where these salmon is. Oh, immediately fly fish. So what did I say? That you could use two fly fishes immediately. Interesting. So you could use a little bit more splat bombs with the dualies because frankly, oh boy, the squeezer is down. Because frankly, this weapon I think doesn't really excel at a lot of things. I'm gonna try to. All right. Oh. Doesn't excel at much. Ouch, that's gonna get me. Wow, we're really getting the blessing there. Let's see if we can get some help here. Thank you. But we got the shark. We got the moz, so that's good. Ah, we have the steel eel. Also, there's another moz, which is perfect for us to get some really easy eggs. I would always recommend to try to get scrappers and moz near the basket because it's just... Ooh, I almost got body blocked here. Because it's just so much easier to get the eggs from these specific bosses, right? As you could see, like, they're already done. It's perfect. We didn't even have to do much. The beginning was a little bit tough because of the fly fish, but all good. We had a little bit of a... Oh, no. All right, so he already used both Booyah Bombs, I think, in Wave 1. Generally, I wouldn't recommend that. It's all good. I think we're gonna be fine, but Booyah Bomb is possibly the best support special that you can use in Salmon Run. And if you waste it in the first run, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit rough later on, but we'll see. Now, I got the Tri-Slosher, and it's also a shore wave. Oh, boy. So let's focus on getting hordes, right? It's very good against hordes. We'll leave that fish stick tower to the others because they're better at it, right? But look at that. We're just slaughtering here, splatting everything. I potentially need some help with the fly fish. Oh, nice. Look at that. Oh, perfect. All right, we got that fly fish. Perfect teamwork. Very important to take care of fly fishes the moment you can. And the moment they spawn, right? Because it's very easy to get overwhelmed by them. And help here with the hordes a little bit. Again, we're very good against hordes. And it's so easy as well to use it with your inks. But yeah, you want to clear the ground, you want to paint. Nice. You can clear the room, clear the shore for the others. Like, the Tri-Slosher is a beast. Wow. It's better even than I thought. Alright, we have Moz there, but the others can take care of it. We should make sure to deal with all of these here. The others are helping, but as you can see, the Slosher is just cleaning everything up. This is brilliant. Look at that. Really great at it. Good job. I like this team. We were focusing on different bosses really well. Already wave 3, wow. And I still have my wave breakers. Now I have the squeezer. Remember, the squeezer has long and short range options. It's good at painting. It's good at long targets as well. Where are they coming from? Oh, the shore. Nice job on the Moz. Well, actually, I'm not too bad. Not too shabby at dealing with the bigger salmonids as well. Maybe let's take a look around. I'm gonna take care of these here and see if there's anything dangerous somewhere else. And we already have fish sticks as well. We should take care of those fish sticks. I like to get on the towers. They're usually easier this way, but it's not always an option. And we have a fly fish. Pretty dangerous. We want to immediately go for that. Also, Salmon Lid. You saw I was using the new squid roll to bait the Salmon Lids, and I generally really recommend that. It's a very fast and easy method. You see the long range attack is very good here too against the steelheads. But yeah, the squid roll is very, very effective against Salmon Lids. Oh boy. Things are getting a little bit hectic. I can put down the wave just in case. I'll take care of the Fistic Tower. Especially if it's near the basket, it can be... Oh, I was stepping there for the long range. So these Fistic Towers can be really bad near the basket. You want to take care of them because they're very fast going to remove the space that you can move on. That was actually pretty smooth. This might be a very strong rotation. Unfortunately, no Kohozuna, but that was really nice. So far, the weapons I tried were all very strong, and the way we used them, I think, also worked very well. The Squeezer, definitely good against the Fistic Towers, and also the long range can be used for practically all the bosses. That was nice. Now let's try another one, and hopefully we're going to get a Tenta Brella. I would really love to see that. Alright, so here is the second match, and hopefully this is going to go well this time too, like the previous one. Oh, but we have the Tenta Brella, so let's try out my logic. Oh no, it's high tide. Well, let's see how it is. I'm gonna use the shield. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good damage. I think they didn't use a bomb on that Moss, have they? If not, that was only 2 shots. That was only 2 shots with the Tenta Brella. On the other hand, they do have Flyfish, and we need to take care of that as soon as possible. I'm gonna do a quick revive here. Another quick revive. Things are looking rough. Let's get into position. Another Flyfish. I'm gonna try to clear it if possible, but instead I jumped into the water like a pro. But we did manage to get it, so that's what matters. We lessened the stress on our team. I'm in a somewhat more manageable position where they can help me out more. Not a very good position we're in. Trying to kite as much as I can. Help out with some eggs. We still need 3 eggs. I'm not very happy about the situation, but I can revive the others. But this is going to get me. Maybe... Okay, we got the eggs. We got the revive. Okay, that was a clutch special use there, but that was really close. Holy crap. That was really close. But unfortunately, I don't have specials anymore. On that note, though, the Tenta Brella is super strong. And we got a Kohozuna. If you all hoped really, really hard, we might get the Tenta Brella against it. So remember, you can use the egg launcher in order to get the other bosses down. But also shooting him is really useful. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get it. But we can still do a lot with the Squeezer. Now, so the others are likely... Oh, okay, I will try to get that Stinger down. We're gonna use what we learned about the range. I'm tapping. We got it. Took down one big danger on the map. But we still have the Flyfish, and I'm not particularly happy about it. Ah, this is unlucky. But we got a Flyfish down. The others are going there for ammunition. So we made sure, you know, there's no danger there. They should be able to... we're gonna get slaughtered by the Moss. Oh no. I just wanted to make sure that that can't reach them. I was unlucky on the other hand. There's nothing that can help me. Maybe if I get closer to the dualies. But this is definitely not gonna be a Kohozuna run. I did the revive there, but it's already too late. At this point, you're just so overwhelmed that it's a wrap. Well, we still completed 3 waves. Unfortunately, couldn't try the Tenta Brella against Kohazuna, but that wasn't too bad. I think this rotation might actually be somewhat powerful. But that is it. I only wanted to do like 2 matches or so. We managed to try out all the weapons, and I think overall my initial impressions of all the weapons were correct on how it's good to use them. Definitely the squeezers are very good, as you could see, to take care of long-range threats very easily, especially if you're creative with moving between islands. The Tenta Brella is very good against bosses, along with the Tri-Slosher. And again, I think the dualies are the support weapon that should help if someone is in trouble, right? It's more about helping those others to make sure that they are safe. But unfortunately, I could not try out the Tenta Brella against Kohazuna. If any of you managed to try it out, let me know how much damage it deals against him, because I honestly think it could be very, very powerful. But either way, do I think this rotation is worth doing? I think so. This is pretty powerful overall. All the weapons are very good. Hell, actually, I think the dualies might be the weakest overall, but all the other weapons are really powerful, so go ahead. I think this is a very good rotation to do Salmon Run with, and overall, it's worth it, and it's very fun. But either way, that was episode 1 of Salmon Report, everyone. I'm also not used to spontaneous videos like this and the live commentary, but I hope it was still entertaining and useful. But overall, all feedback is welcome, what you would like to have in these series, if you liked it overall, if you liked the idea, and all tips and hints, of course, about the rotation in the map are welcome in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next episode. See you until then. Take care. Bye-bye.